feedback did you get from the other night?
Good. It's always a positive thing to get a win. The first preseason game or game at home. It's just great to go out there and compete with your guys and just get a win.
When you kind of watch, what did you see when you watched the tape?
Obviously there's always things you can clean up. Across the board, starting with myself, and then just every day is a day to get better, and that's another opportunity to get better. And I think that we competed really well, and that we're moving in the right direction. So we just got to get back after it today at practice and get to work.
How big a change is it, being able to go through everything off-season wise, and then go through camp, not missing anything. Last year you were in class,
Right.
had that whole dilemma.
Right.
Do you think that set you back at all last year?
I think that it definitely, it makes you think a bit. Makes you think about a lot of things. But I think that it's helped me mature and grow as a player, and just really lock in on what I really want, what I really want to do. So, it could, for a minute there, you're trying to figure out everything and get your goals and what you want to accomplish straight. So, going through the off season and now training camp and preseason, I feel like my goals are straight, and I want to play and I want to win.
Jordan, when the suspension happened last year,
Yeah.
what kind of went through your mind?
It's never happened before. So it was a weird time, but it's past that now. So I have a great organization here that I'm playing for that understood and just wanted me to get back to work and to really get after it. So that's what I'm out here trying to do.
Were you concerned at all? Obviously they stood by you and brought you back.
Right.
Was there ever a point when you thought maybe that wouldn't happen?
You're not. I don't think in those situations you don't know what's going to happen until it happens. And I'm thankful that I'm still here, and I'm thankful that they stood behind me, and it says a lot about them. So for me, I've always been a loyal person in my life. I've always, if someone defended me or stood with me through anything, I'll give my life to them. So that's where I'm at right now. I just try to do everything I can for this organization, for Hugh, for Sashi, for all the people upstairs, and obviously for those guys in the locker room.
But did Hugh say anything to you? Like, what kind of support did they offer? What did Hugh say to you, Al?
You can't talk to it. You can't when you're on suspension. You can't talk until it's over. So when we got done, we talked about it, and they said, just let's get past it. I did my time pretty much, and it's time to get better and time to focus on the upcoming season and my development as a player.
Was there anybody you kind of leaned on during that time when you couldn't talk to anybody?
Yeah, you lean on family, you lean on friends, but everyone was still the same. Everyone still treated me as their own, and they knew that I made a mistake, and I paid the price and I learned from it, and now I'm trying to show what I can really do this year.
So where do you think you were at the beginning of camp compared to what are we? It's the third week. I can't remember. I lost track of time. But even going back to spring, where were you then compared to where you are now?
As far as mentally, physically, everything.
Everything.
You just at the start of camp or OTAs, you just kind of as I look at it like a stepping stone. OTAs kind of prepares you for mini camp prepares you for training camp for preseason for regular season, and so on. So, I try to develop in each one of those phases and just continue to grow in each phase. And, you start out and you kind of just mold this thing, and then as you just continue crafting it and fine-tuning it. So that's kind of how it is. You start here, and you just keep growing.
Is it difficult to get chemistry with one quarterback when you're working with four and rotating as often as you guys are in as a wide receiver group?
Right. I think it could be. I think it can be. But for being here and playing with these guys and, being with these guys since OTAs, you kind of get a good rotation, and you kind of, there's not really a time when we're not just going with one guy, pat and goes or warm-ups or after practice or one-on-ones or 7-on-7. We're always shifting with new guys, and it can be if you're not on the same page, but I can tell you this, that we pretty much have a really good rhythm with each one of the quarterbacks.
What did you need to get better at in year two?
Year two, I think part of it was, I was a very young player and I was kind of in awe of the whole, NFL experience and being around it and not understanding what needs to get done. So now this year you kind of have a better vision of what needs to get done in the whole picture and understanding what your job is and how to do it. So that's what I work on every day, just doing my job and doing my job the best of my ability and making plays.